on the left for Trinidad. Into the D, it's Sidney Henry. Back to Thompson. Thompson surrounded by an army of Canadian defenders. And finds Henry in a better scoring position. Henry losing out in the duel there with Lee. It is 5.5 minutes to go. Canada in possession, up 3-love against Trinidad and Tobago. Here's Leahy showing some good skills, being faced by Chopin de Freitas. Leahy back to the defense. Lancaster and Lee controlling for Canada. Up to O'Neill, back to Carvalho. And it's Trinidad in the attack. Kristen Thompson over to Zinni Henry. Ball pass was a bit short of Henry. Canada comes on a counter-attack. Leahy on the right. Challenged by Alana Lewis. Solid tackle by Lewis. Lewis counter-attacks up the left. Goalkeeper Williams once again to the rescue for Canada. Williams has had an outstanding match. Seems to have a difficulty with her gear. She's up on her feet again. So Trinidad into Henry. Missed traps. Allowing the ball to be turned over to Canada. So we have a 1-minute team timeout. So they can talk it over. Trinidad needs to find a solution for this problem and time is running out.
Yes, and Trinidad, well, they'll have to take some blame for the chances. They should at least been on the score line. If it's anything, Canada should be leading 3-2 at this point.
Yes, no doubt, Reds. They should have had at least a goal on the board. And now Coach Jairzinho Bell will have to figure out what it is that Trinidad needs to do to turn the tide, turn their luck.
Will the public take advantage of the national holiday and maybe come for the evening session?
Yes, I expect so. There is a big motorcade this evening, Reds. Diwali is the festival of lights.
Yep.
And in fact, a lot of public will be out having a look at the parade of lights this evening. But I'm sure we'll get a substantial amount of them also coming to watch a parade of goals here at hockey.
Yeah. So here's hoping that goals will light up the indoor auditorium.
So Canada in the Trinidad circle. Trinidad defenders come away with it. And it's Zinni Henry with a quick counter-attack. Fouled by Leahy, not giving enough room for the defender to restart. So Trinidad opting not to pull their goalkeeper. Continuing to play with the conventional five-field players and a goalkeeper. Right through the game. So Thompson lays it back out to Lewis. And Trinidad controls in their defense once again. Long middle ball up the middle to Canada. O'Neill out to Carvalho, who drives to her right. Looking for Leahy off the board, but Lewis is there in position as she has been all game for Trinidad. Ball settled once again in the Trinidad defense. Trinidad seems to be having a hard time penetrating the Canadian defense over these last few minutes, and they so desperately need to do so. Balls with Lewis and Williams. Williams sends a long ball off the board, trying to find the Freitas. Instead picked up by Henry for a shot, saved by Williams. O'Neill comes the other way for Canada, driving up the center court. Tries to go through the defenders. Lewis takes it away. And then almost gotten stolen by Carvalho, but Lewis wins the free hit for Trinidad. 2.5 minutes remaining. 3-love is the score line in favor of Canada.
Into the area. Keeper comes out. Watches, goes over the line. Long ball. Didn't work for Trinidad and Tobago. Almost less than 2 minutes.
third party call. The judge that one player blocked the opposition from tackling another. Third party obstruction. There's Williams into the circle to Henry. Henry in possession, being challenged there by Lee. Errant pass by Trinidad's Williams. Shane Lewis control the ball. Minute and a half to go. Hardly enough time to make up the deficit, but enough time to try to get at least a score on the board in your favor. Pereira comes away for Canada. Off the board to Lancaster at the far end. Ball is with Lee again. Pereira settles. Canada in deep defense with it. This is Lee, he comes. Counter attack by Lewis. Intercepted by Lee. Lee over into the middle. And ball mishandled by young Powell. Sarah Powell in the middle for Canada. So Lana Lewis comes off for probably the first time for the game, if not for, certainly she has been, if not on, if not for the whole game, for certainly most of it. As has Lee of Canada. Canada now with a high press. Trinidad seems to have difficulty finding a solution. Ball into Henry. Overlap by Shania de Freitas. Henry couldn't find her. Counter attack by Leahy. Trinidad comes away with it through Henry. Final seconds of the game, and there's a card for Lancaster who's been sent off. Trinidad has one last attempt. Look, it's going to be probably a long searching ball by the Freitas into Kristen Thompson the D, and tie would expire on Thompson, leaving Trinidad scoreless at the end with 3 left to Canada. The opening game of Wednesday's schedule of the tournament.
Well, they must feel that they missed an opportunity to at least take in an early lead. Substantially, even Canada, Philip, had fought back. They should have at least been leading at one time based on possession opportunity by 2 goals to 0.
Yes, I think Trinidad certainly had enough chances to get a few on the board, but not taken away from Canada's performance, Reds. I thought they were very composed. They knew exactly what they set out to do in the match, and you could see they stuck to some sort of game plan which worked perfectly for them. And you got to hand it to the Canadian side for executing very well when it counted the most. Despite the pressure of the Trinidad team, they managed to deal with the pressure and to score sufficient goals to give themselves a comfortable win.
We did invite the Canadian coach to come. He is Indian born, come to Goa, and we also had invited the Trinidad coach to come. It depends on their duties, their responsibilities. We'll simply wait a while until we can make up our mind whether we're getting the personalities. I think Mr. Mendonza is heading in our direction. We're still hoping to get the Trinidad coach to come, and I think we've got a confirmation, and I think we're getting Mr. Mendonza from Canada. Left Goa at the age of 12, he tells me, and he will tell his own story, Philip. So Barbados and Trinidad men will be shortly on. If you feel like coming, please do on this national holiday. Happy Diwali for all of you, and here's hoping it will be a safe Diwali. And I would believe, Mr. Mendonza, that smile indicates that you're fairly satisfied with your 3-0 victory.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest.
Nope.
But we'll take the 3 points. In a setting like this, you must take your 3 points and go home.
But when you look at the number of penalty corners that Trinidad got, something like 8 to your 2, you wonder whether Trinidad and Tobago took advantage of all the possessions.
Yeah, I think, like I said in the beginning, we want our sharpest. Our skills let us down. I'm not sure what it is, whether it was a moment of the sport, because we have seven athletes that are representing the country first time at the Pan Ams. So we knew it was a key game. It's a tipping point. And so the nerves may have got the better of them, but I'm glad that they brought their skills in the second half and we were able to finish.
You grew up in Goa, India, at a time when India and Pakistan was dominating world hockey.
That's correct. You know, the AstroTurf made it a little bit difficult. I think both India and Pakistan didn't keep up with the times. And I think it'll be, it's good. I can see India's coming back a bit, but Pakistan has some work to do.
Facilities in India and Pakistan, are they becoming much more modern with all weather surfaces?
I think in India has. Pakistan maybe has 1 or 2 pitches. I haven't been there for a while, so I'm not quite sure. India doesn't have the IPL, but they don't have grassroots level, so I think they have to do some better work at a grassroots level where the kids are still playing on different surfaces.
You went to Canada at the age of 14. How much hockey you had played in Goa? How much hockey you played in India?
Yeah, you know what? My parents are from India. I was born in Bahrain. I went to Pakistan for my education for about 4 or 5 years. Then we migrated to Canada. Most of my hockey, cricket I learned in Pakistan. And I played some hockey in Canada.
And played for the province?
I played for the province. The national team, unfortunately, was set up in Vancouver, so it was never an option because my parents had just come into the country. So money was tight, so I had to stay home, get an education. And not too far from the weir because I've been coaching since 1999. I've coached all the junior teams, the senior teams, both the men and the women's side. And I visited, this is my first time to Guyana, and Guyana is my 77th city that I've seen because of hockey.
Is this your first time to Guyana?
First time to Guyana.
Right, are you a paid member of the staff of the Canadian Hockey Association?
No, I'm not. I'm a quality engineer, aerospace quality engineer by trade. I work for Mitsubishi Aerospace. Before that, I worked for McDonnell Douglas.
So you spent a lot of time at Pearson. You spent a lot of time at Pearson International?
I still do. I'm just off Pearson International, and we're building executive jets at the moment.
Right. You're involved with the women in this tournament. You're happy with their form?
You know what? We're like I said, we're a very young team. It's an off season for us because most of our players are either with the senior team or playing with the university hockey. So we have 4 high school kids that we have and 3 new players on the team. So we weren't quite sure where we stood in the tournament. We're making progress as the games go on. The next one is just as crucial as the last one. So if we can get 3 more in our next game, we set ourselves up better for the next one after that.
Who's your next opponent?
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Right, you come from Goa. India is a cricket-playing country.
In this era now.
Yeah, but in the days of Kapadal, Dev, and Amarnath, they were a good team.
Yeah. So was the West Indies. My idol, Clive Lloyd, came from here.
Yeah.
I used to watch Clive Lloyd and Garfield Sobers a lot when I was growing up. So the West Indies was one of my better teams in the 70s because they definitely changed cricket by not playing the traditional style and coming out and just getting a lot of runs.
Is your delegation enjoying Guyana?
Yes, I think a lot of our players, both the men and the women, come here often. Philip is a very good friend. I've known Philip from the hockey circle for a long time. Attended hockey courses with him all around the Pan Am. And he's always invited me, but I've never made it. I'm so happy I did.
Okay. Mr. Mendonza, thank you very much for coming to microphones. We're streaming all over the world, so there are many of your Canadian friends and Canadian officials are hearing it right now.
So thank you so much for your time, Mr. Pereira. I'm very, very happy. The venue is fantastic. Guyana's doing a great job.
And you might like to say a few words back to Canada.
Listen, guys, we're doing our best. Both the men and the women are giving it all they can, and they both plan to be there when it comes.
Right. One quick question. The ice bath facilities.
Right.
Did you all expect to have it?
You know what? I know the men ask for it a lot. We are doing something different because of the schedule. We might need it tomorrow, but we're doing something at home because it is so close to the hotel. But it is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, Guyana is putting on a fantastic show because many of the sports, the facilities, the people around, the volunteers have been nothing. I've been to all the World Cups so far indoor. I've been to 2 Olympics. I've been to the 4 Pan Ams, 3 Commonwealths, and it is nothing short of first class here.
Okay, Mr. Mendonça, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
For coming and go and get a little pani for your throat.
I will. Thank you. Thank you, Bert.
Okay, that's Mr. Mendonça of the Canadian hockey team. He was India-born, been to Canada since the age of 14. And we are still hoping that the Barbadian coach will come over of the ladies team, but they've got responsibilities first to the girls who have just come off court, and we just wait and see if they will be making themselves available. On court now, men in blue, where you can work out. I'm talking about Barbados. And the men in red having a great tournament is Trinidad and Tobago, who beat Guyana last night. They beat, of course, Argentina early on in the tournament. We'll probably take a break. No Bajans in sight yet in terms of officials. And we'll take a break from the streaming.